easy to pick out the things in life that matter most, but keeping those things organized can be a real problem. That's where Tanya Tomlin, professional organizer and founder of Sort It Out, and Nicole Arnold, interior designer and founder of Nicole Arnold Interiors, come in. Between Tanya's passion for organizing and Nicole's eye for design, there's no telling how much a little structure and a lot of spackle can do. Welcome to Savvy, Wise, and Organized. And now, your hosts, Tanya Tomlin and Nicole Arnold.
Hi everybody, this is Tanya Tomlin and Nicole Arnold. We're here with Savvy, Wise, and Organized, and we're so excited for you to join us today on this chilly day. And our awesome guest today, Alicia with the Lush List. Thank you so much for coming and battling the traffic and getting out here in this chilly day.
Yes, well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I want to know more about the Lush List. So how did the Lush List get started?
Well, I started about 4 years ago, almost exactly 4 years, and I really started out more as home, entertaining, and food, and then it evolved into full lifestyle with travel and fashion and that kind of thing. So my girls have severe food allergies, and so I was kind of a resource for people who were newly diagnosed, and people would say, how do you feed your children?
That's a great idea, though.
Multiple food allergies, so it's complicated. So a friend said, you need to start a blog. And I thought, on what? And she said, on what you're already helping people with. And so kind of when you live in that serious world with food, which has always been my passion and entertaining, and then you have to be really serious about it. I am a creative person. I've always done some kind of creative job. So I wanted to talk about other things that interested me as well. So
that's
it
so
kind of
great,
evolved.
You're helping other people.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I actually kind of like this. So what exactly is a fashion blogger, and how do you integrate your passion for helping people with this blogging world?
In business, yes. It's been interesting because I never really set out for this to be a business. It was more kind of a hobby and a way to share things that I love. The name The Lush List comes from the fact that I'm a list maker. So I always keep files and lists and of resources and was able to share those with people. And so Lush in this case means vigorously growing. And so this is kind of my vigorously growing list of things that I enjoy. So whether it's recipes, travel ideas, ideas on personal style, fashion, home entertaining, everything now lives on the site. And so I was teasing my oldest daughter, who will be going to college next year, and I said, look, all of my recipes are right here online for you when you go to school. And then my youngest, who loves to cook, if I leave the house any afternoon and come back, if I'm gone 30 minutes, she's got something in the oven, which is kind of fun.
That's so sweet.
She said, Mommy, you're sharing everything with the world. You need to keep a few things for us. So I don't know how that'll work, but anyway, it was pretty cute. I know. So, but it's become a business, and I have great partnerships with people like you, Tanya, who do a lot of home content with me, and other brands, whether they're fashion brands or home. Travel. I recently went on a great, cruise.
Yes, I saw that.
Spain,
I'm like, oh, I'm going to look at that.
Yes, it was so really
fun.
great. So, what started out as a hobby and sharing my passion has become a business where people partner with me to tell their story about their product or service. And share that with the people who read my blog.
Yes, and thank you for having me. I mean, it's been, people who share different passions with each other, and then you get to share it, with your passion, which is, your business, which is the blog. I think it's super cool.
So I'm a total business person. That was my background before I got into interior design, and I really appreciate the business side of any embarkation, especially something creative. So tell me a little bit more. This is such an intangible type thing. How do you monetize it? How is it a business?
Well, there are two different ways, basically, that it's monetized. There are affiliate links. So anytime someone clicks a link that takes you to a retailer, then that retailer pays me a commission through a local Dallas company called Reward Style. That's a tech company here in town. And so I get a commission through affiliate sales. And then people do sponsored posts where they pay me a flat fee to write about their product or service. And so there's kind of two avenues for income.
And then they get exposure through your site that way when they contribute?
Yes. And so I send out a custom newsletter every time there's a new blog post, so people can subscribe to that
yes.
and get notified every time. You can find things on Facebook and Instagram as well. So all of that kind of pushes back to the blog where everything lives. So those sponsors have that information out there on my website forever, so people can search things.
I've done that before. I'm like, what was that shirt that I wanted to get, but I can't remember where it was, and it's all there. It's archived on the site.
I got it.
Yes.
You just went back to your site. Okay.
Yes,
That
and
makes
travel
a lot of sense.
itineraries. I had someone email me yesterday a screenshot they had taken of a newsletter that was a Rome travel itinerary, and they said, "How do I find this?" And I said, well, you can, when you get the newsletter, you can save it and click the read more button, or save it in your files for later, or you can just go straight to the lushlist.com and search any topic that you want.
That's what I did.
So there are different categories, or you can search, Italy or Rome or travel or what have you. So it all lives there.
Has this just exploded beyond what you imagined?
Absolutely.
I mean, the internet has a way of just like multiplying and multiplying exponentially. So
it's really has been amazing. I never really envisioned that this would be what has become a full-time job.
Okay.
And I do have an assistant, a virtual assistant. She lives in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Who's wonderful, that helps me and do some of the computer work.
That's so helpful too, because you have so much going on with kids and the business. So how do you balance all of that? I always am very interested because I know how crazy it is.
Working women always want to answer this question.
I know it's not always easy and it's not always pretty, but it works. My husband's very supportive. My girls are very supportive and love to help. I live by my calendar. I have one in my phone that has everything on it, and it's color coded for family and work. My husband and I share an iCal calendar. So anything, it used to be called After 5 because it was things I needed to go to him with him after 5. I need to make sure I had the kids covered. But now it has turned into anything that we both need to attend, whether it's something at 9:30 in the morning for the girls at school. But that's kind of the family calendar, and so everything goes
very organized
on that. And then I have a paper calendar that I keep all of my blog content on. So I plan about a month out for all of that. So I have to be very deadline oriented and kind of on top of things. But sometimes it's overwhelming. I'm kind of, I have a little bit of help, but I'm kind of a one woman show. So there's only so many hours in the day. So
where do you go from here? You looking to maintain kind of where you're at for a while, or
probably.
Do you have some other aspirations with this?
I've got some ideas and some things and some goals I'd love to do. People say, "Oh, you need to write a cookbook." Well, I would love to do that sometime.
Oh, that's a great idea. That'd be great for you.
I think that would be fun. So maybe doing some video and some things like that. But having 3 kids, 2 in high school, 1 in middle school, it's a lot to manage. But it's great, and I'm enjoying the growth and the new opportunities that are coming. So. I'm kind of open.
Yeah,
well, the nice thing is your adventure is documented all the way along.
Right.
So should you ever write a book, a cookbook, or whatever, it's going to be very easy for you to trace back to see the whole path.
It's all there. Yeah.
That's nice.
So it is great. There's a balance between, I find, a little bit in what do you share and what do you not share, and I think that's kind of the struggle with all social media and having teenagers. I really think about that. We're always putting out, beautiful content and, and aspirational things, but I really don't want anyone to think that, it's always that way at my house.
Right.
In fact, one of my youngest daughter's teachers asked, I think she told the teacher, because they're so proud, which is so cute, but about it. And she said, "Gosh, does your house always look that way?" She goes, "Oh, no, not at all. You should see it right now." And it's true. I mean, I work from my home. Tanya's seen it and helped me with my office.
Yes.
I'm going to need to find another space. I get all kinds of things coming in.
Okay,
and
we'll
it's
work
so
on
hard to kind of keep track of it. But, and I was talking with a friend the other night and just said, she said, "Oh, I was looking at your tablescapes trying to get some inspiration for Thanksgiving, and I was kind of looking at the different ones that you've done, and I was just thinking, gosh, I need to get more organized." And I said, "Well, lest you think everything's always perfect, I'm not sure the last time I actually cooked dinner. No one's hungry, but we have about 3 things that are kind of on the regular rotation. But I did cook last night my famous chili, so everybody was really happy about that.
Good, yeah.
So keeping things simple and being organized, I think, is really the best way to manage all those things.
You have
so,
to.
And, and some days don't go well, and you just have to say, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah.
Scarlett, I'll try again.
I think that's a good point, though, that, I know my clients always say, so when you go to your house, is it very organized? I'm like, not always. I have 3 kids, and so it's nice to hear that from other people that, we lead real lives, that just because I'm organizing doesn't mean it's always perfect, but there is a home for everything, and I think when you have that accountability, then you'll actually put it where it goes. But at the same time, it is not always. Sometimes I leave dishes in the sink at night, just because you're just tired.
And things pile up, and then I take 15 minutes and I hang it up and put it all back where it's supposed to go in the filing system you created for me. So it all, works out. And it feels good to have everything in its place. And a good way to kind of start.
That was such a fun project, too. So.
Well, and we're so client focused, and as women, we are always taking care of other people around us. So we're the last ones that we come back and serve and make sure we have what we need. We're either giving to family or clients, or so. I joke, say the cobbler's children are the ones without any shoes, because half the time, I get to projects around my house that are, way longer due than they should be. But everybody else is coming first. But that's okay. It works. It's a rhythm.
Yeah, that's right.
It's real.
Yes, it is. It's very real.
Keeps us real.
That's right.
So what do you look for, because I know that we've been working together for about a year now. What do you look for in vendors or other products that you're representing? I've always wanted to know that.
I really only write about and share things that I genuinely have an interest in, whether it's something I was using before, which is a lot of times the case, or really have a need for, which organizing, obviously I have a need. So, I feel like my readers are me, in an age span, some younger and some older, but I feel like we kind of have the same needs and, thoughts and, activities. And so I feel like whatever I'm genuinely interested in will resonate with them. I never want to take on a partnership that I really don't think that my readers would be interested in, or that I would genuinely use.
Right.
And I like to create long-term partnerships with people, because I think that is a much more genuine and a genuine relationship, and it shows that. I mean, we've continued to work together on several things. I know you're dying to get into my attic.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm like, what's the next project?
To do a little work in there first. Yeah. But I think showing that, and showing also that you can develop a relationship with a brand, whether it's a service or a product that is good. I think that feels good for everyone. So,
and it's genuine, like you said. Like, you have a need.
Right.
Like interior design, you have a need. It's a long-term relationship, organization, any products, or even clothing. I know I love looking at the clothing part, because, it's like, oh, well, what's going to feel nice, or it's going to wear well, and they end up trusting you.
Right.
So they can, time and time again, look for different, brands.
Yes.
Well, time is of the essence when you're looking at clothes. I don't even like to go to the stores half the time. I want to just buy it online.
Yes.
Order, and then return what I don't want, just because of timing.
Absolutely.
And it's so nice to have someone validate those selections and say, oh, yes, this is how this wears. It runs small, it runs big, it's flattering for this and not so much for that.
Well, and I've had readers say to me, gosh, I hadn't shopped at this retailer in years, but you keep showing them, and I've ordered some things and I really like them.
Oh, so, that's
great.
Which is great. And also I do have new brands come to me that I hadn't heard of before. Yeah. Or maybe I'd seen and maybe had one thing from them, and been able to develop those relationships. I love working with small businesses like Sale to Sable, I think, which is really great. I've also been blessed with great relationships with Banana Republic and Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom. And so it's really fun to work with large and small businesses to kind of get their product out there, because even at large retailers, there's so much product. You think,
so much.
What is this? What am I going to like? And with small brands or in-house brands at large retailers, you think, gosh, what's that quality like? And when someone tells you about it, then so it's kind of like talking to your friend. Yeah. I mean, it's this conversation that I would have at lunch with someone.
Sure.
Kind of out there for the world to see, as my youngest says. I'm sharing it all with the world. But anyway, so that's kind of, I think, good and helpful. I've had another friend say, gosh, I go and look and I can't find what you find. So I just rather just click and shop and send
How
it to
easy
me.
it must- yeah.
And so many of the large retailers have buy online, pick it up in store.
Yeah.
So
I
you
love
just,
that.
Someone will bring it out to your car at the curb. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the time saver at Christmas, I am telling you.
gosh.
So
We're
I did that
becoming
with a
so
pair.
automated.
Yeah, I did that with a pair of shoes on Friday. My daughter needed a pair of shoes. I just pulled up to Nordstrom and
Yep.
they brought it to my car. I had to wait 5 seconds.
yeah,
Oh my God.
drive on off. Never even have to get out.
Yeah.
which
We're
is,
so spoiled.
Which is so great. I know.
We
I know.
are.
So.
Well, how has interior design fit into your blog?
You know, I've always
so
loved
far.
home. My mother created a beautiful home. My
Uh-huh.
great grandmothers had, beautiful, welcoming
Yeah.
homes. Not necessarily large or grandiose or anything, but just
Right.
very comfortable and beautiful spaces. And so, one of my great grandmothers actually was the first woman pharmacist in Arkansas, but then kind of got really into furniture antiques, sold the pharmacy, and opened an antique shop. So I've kind of been around furniture and pretty things always. I also learned to cook from my mother and great grandmothers. And so kind of home has always been a big part of who I am and how I was raised. And so it's been kind of something I've always enjoyed. So I like blue. I say like my mother likes green. And so her home has always had beautiful shades of green, and I kind of like blues. And, but that's really how I got into that. I mean, I love creating a beautiful, welcoming environment. And so, part of doing that is making your home feel that way, and for others when they come. So that's kind of how that happened. And then I've had some great partnerships with other, Dallas businesses, Wisteria and all.
Which
to
is, her
kind
home
of
is very
work.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's
But it's livable.
livable,
I
yeah.
have white sofas, but they are that Krypton fabric, which I know you are familiar with, that
Oh, yes.
everything comes off of. So
That's the only way you can do it
yeah.
these days.
Yes.
I probably need
Life
that.
proof.
Yes, life proof. And with 3 kids and a dog, and we
Yes.
like to be the house where all the teenagers come.
Yes.
We've got a lot.
Oh
of,
my, you do need that,
yes.
don't you?
repelling furniture,
Yes.
So, but
Well, we have about 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I just so thankful for this time, and it goes by so fast.
It
But
does.
I want to know what your favorite post of all time that you've
good
ever
question.
done.
Yeah.
oh gosh,
I just want to know the most favorite, like you're like time and time again, you go back and be like, that was an awesome post. Like, was it the travel? Like I look at all of the stuff on your site and I'm like, oh wow,
gosh,
it'd
I
be
don't
really
know. That might be asking like how to pick a favorite child.
Yeah.
I really like the posts about home and entertaining.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say I don't know that I could pick one necessarily,
Okay.
but the tablescapes. That's
Okay.
kind of my passion.
Passion,
I love to
okay.
entertain.
Good for you.
I love food. I love creating a beautiful environment to sit down and enjoy a meal with family. And so I might say that.
That goes back to what we talked about last week, where we were talking about being in the moment.
Right.
yes,
And-
so in the moment.
Yes, and it
Yes.
gives people
Enjoying.
a chance to be in the moment and
Yes.
enjoy the surroundings and not be rushed through, grabbing a
Right.
paper
Yes.
plate, through an assembly line of food, and parking it on the sofa. You're at a table, you're enjoying
Right.
a nice environment with a face across from you that you have a
Right.
one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, I
So-
think those might be
Yeah, that's your
my
passion.
favorite, but I don't know, the travel roundups are pretty
Yeah, I
fun
know,
too,
I
because you've just
know.
gotten home from
Yeah.
somewhere fabulous.
Yeah.
So I love writing those itineraries because people really do come for those. So,
Yes.
and then developing the recipes, I don't know, it's really hard.
What's the
to
post
say.
that maybe you've gotten the best response to?
Oh,
Has there been a standout post?
people do come back for the travel itineraries
Yeah.
a lot.
I could see
Okay,
that.
so travel, we need to.
Yeah, travel. And then every month I write a post, favorites under $150. And so it's everything from $25 to $150, but those resonate with people because
Oh,
you kind of,
good.
everybody can find a
Yeah,
little
gift
something.
giving and
yeah, and
especially
then,
this time
and
of year.
then Black Friday
Oh,
sales.
tell us, because
Yes.
we're on the heels of Black Friday.
Yes,
What do you do for Black
I
Friday?
always have a huge post of all the Black Friday sales and codes, and
Okay.
also Cyber Monday. So people can subscribe. They get that email at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. as soon as I can get it
Okay.
ready, and you've got all the codes and the sales and everything. So those actually are some of the most popular because everyone's ready to kind of get that shopping and check it off. So they can
Awesome. I
enjoy
can't wait.
the
I can't wait to see
holidays.
that for sure. This is such a
So,
fitting time for
yes.
the holidays with Thanksgiving around the corner. So thank you so much for joining us today and giving us some helpful ways to find you. And we're going to have that up on the screen as well. So
yeah, and it's just so easy. The theme of our show is life lessons on how to get what you want. And it seems like you make that so easy in so many from so many avenues. So
it's been
I'm
fun.
excited to know you and
thank you.
explore your side a little bit more.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. It's just such a great pleasure, obviously, to get to know you better and continue working with you. So, and thank you for all of you joining us live on Facebook. Hello. Hi. And please tune back in next Tuesday at 9:30. We're going to do another awesome show for you about styling. So we're definitely going to be here back 9:30. And again, just thank you for coming. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
So to get in touch with Alicia.
Yes. To get in touch with Alicia, tell us where to go to find you.
You can go to my website, thelushlist.com, or find me on Instagram, also at The Lush List, or Facebook under the same. So,
okay, and we're going to have that up on the screen as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yay.
Thanks for listening to Savvy, Wise, and Organized. To find out more about Tanya or how she can help you organize your space, visit her website at www.sortedout.com. To find out more about Nicole or how she can help you with your interior designs, visit her website at www.nainteriors.com. And if you want to hear more from Savvy, Wise, and Organized, subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform. From all of us at Savvy, Wise, and Organized, thanks for listening.